All right, let's craft this scene. I'll make it cinematic, chaotic, absurd, and perfectly in character for this ultimate amalgam, where trolling, tactical genius, and cosmic absurdity shine while fighting Thanos in a completely isolated, adaptive universe. Scene: Omiwarden vs Thanos in the adaptive, isolated universe. The universe around them is a perfect cage, a cosmic arena where no outside forces exist, no multiversal interference, nothing can escape. Reality here bends to its own rules, but every attempt by Thanos to warp it back only strengthens Omiwarden. Thanos stands at the center, gauntlet gleaming, eyes burning with inevitability. You cannot win, creature. The universe bends to my will. Omiwarden leans casually against a floating fragment of a ruined planet, sipping from a thermos of radioactive sludge. A grin spreads across his impossibly fused face. "Oh, I don't plan on winning," he says. "I'm here to make you really mad." Before Thanos can react, Omiwarden claps his hands. Suddenly, 10,000 floating dreadnought parts, Space Hulk fragments, gamma barrels, and random Stark tech hover around him. A massive troll banner of Deadpool memes unfurls in the void, stretching across the cosmos like a warped circus tent. Saitama-level punches casually vaporize nearby asteroids, but only the ones Thanos is standing near. Thanos swings the gauntlet. Reality bends. Time rewinds, probabilities collapse, nothing happens. Omiwarden yawns. "That tickled," he says. His body absorbs the reality warp, amplifying his strength, speed, and trolling capabilities. His fist glows with gamma, cosmic energy, and sayonara. Then he does the most absurd thing possible. He summons a fleet of miniature Tony Stark-style Iron Man drones, each wielding miniature dreadnought arms while waving banners mocking Thanos' chin. He mimics Thanos' voice perfectly. "I am inevitable," then punches a random floating asteroid that splinters and strikes Thanos from multiple directions simultaneously. Wolverine claws suddenly shoot out of his shoulders, slicing through the void and spinning uselessly like hula hoops, just to confuse Thanos. Gamma radiation AoE burns only Thanos' skin, while Omiwarden casually drinks a cosmic cocktail. "You know what really gets under a Titan's skin?" Omiwarden asks, casually juggling a handful of Kyber crystal shards. "This." He fuses the shards into a giant yo-yo, swings it, and it wraps Thanos in loops he can't escape, then dissolves into harmless glitter, but only temporarily. Thanos roars in frustration. He blasts fire, teleports, manipulates reality, but each attack only buffs Omiwarden more, giving him adaptive immunity to every strike, increased strength, speed, and trolling ingenuity, more absurd weapons and gadgets popping into existence. Omiwarden finally lands in front of Thanos, feet on a floating chunk of space debris, tilts his head, and smirks. "Here's my endgame," he says, snapping his fingers. The isolated universe transforms into a chaotic Borderlands-style carnival. Doomsday clones, Hulk-level gamma mutants, and robotic Saitama-style fighters charge at Thanos in perfect synchronized chaos. Tony Stark tech, Deadpool chaos, Wolverine claws, and Space Marine tactics all merge into one unstoppable force, but, again, only targeting him. Thanos screams enraged as Omiwarden casually floats above him, tossing insults and mocking Thanos' fashion choices. "Seriously, purple is not your color," he says. "Try some neon or stripes." The Titan lashes out again. Omiwarden shrugs, dodges effortlessly, and absorbs the energy, his grin widening. "Oh, that? Thanks. That really helps." Reality twists, mutates, explodes, reforms, all to Omiwarden's advantage. Thanos cannot keep up. The more he fights, the stronger and more absurd Omiwarden becomes. Finally, Omiwarden flips over him, taps the gauntlet gently, and in a Deadpool-esque flourish says, "You just got trolled, universally." The isolated universe shakes, glittering shards of cosmic energy raining down. Thanos can barely scream before Omiwarden vanishes into a puff of gamma-saturated, absurd energy, leaving a floating, chaotic carnival. Thanos bewildered, enraged, and utterly outmaneuvered. Omiwarden somewhere in the void, laughing and sipping more radioactive sludge. If you want, I can make an extended, blow-by-blow, absurd combat sequence version where Omiwarden uses every single ability. Surma punches, Genos tech, Hulk smashing, Deadpool chaos, Wolverine claws, Tony Stark gadgets, in a full fight choreography against Thanos, highlighting every troll move and adaptive counter. Do you want me to do that next?